Policy is a set of ideas or plans that are used as a basis for making decisions, especially in politics, economics, or business. Planning is the process of deciding in detail how to do something before you actually start to do it. We all know the importance of planning in our day-to-day activities, so it is in focus-driven agencies and organizations to plan and achieve their mandates. That's where we talk about vision and mission. Like every other agency, the EFCC, with a mandate of eradicating corruption in Nigeria, deems it fit to have a proper department in charge of policy planning to help map out plans on how to achieve its mandate. Our focus today on the Eagle is function of Department of Policy Planning, Research and Statistics, DPPRS, in the EFCC. Hello, it's that time of the week when we keep you up to date with activities of the EFCC and educate you on how to play your part in the fight. My name is Aisha Mohammed. Thank you for joining us.
Fellow Naja, I throw a salute. My name is Abdurrashid Bawa. Na me be Oga for this our commission, where would they call Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. I want to invite Una, make Una follow me, make us kill this monster that is bedeviling our country, corruption, economic and financial crimes. As we say, when everything dey all right, our country go dey, light go dey, our future go dey bright, and last we go dey all right for this country. Together, we go make Nigeria better.
Customer Service Week is an international celebration of the importance of customer service and of the people who serve and support customers on a daily basis. Each year, thousands of organizations around the world celebrate Customer Service Week. They represent leading financial, healthcare insurance, manufacturing, retailing, hospitality, communications, non-profits and educational organizations, as well as government agencies and others. The EFCC wasn't left out in this year's commemoration as it acknowledged the importance of customer service. The Commission joined the rest of the world in the celebration by launching the EFCC Service Charter. The Service Charter is a brief publication on the services provided by the EFCC. Ojuchukutami Eche will tell us how the EFCC commemorated the event with its theme, Celebrate Service. Over to you, Ojuchukutami.
The National Coordinator of Service Compact, Servicom, Nena Akajemeli, has commended the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, for its effective service delivery. Akajemeli gave the commendation at the corporate headquarters of the EFCC Abuja to mark the Customer Service Day Symposium and launch of EFCC's Service Charter. Akajemeli said the leadership of the EFCC has shown greater commitment to exemplary service delivery to all its stakeholders. She stated that celebrating the frontline officers of the EFCC for clarity of thoughts, ensuring the work of Eagle Eye around economic and financial crimes is done optimally, the openness they bring into the work, liveliness, creativity in driving customer service delivery, reliability, insight and devotion to work, and above all, team spirit show the level of commitment from the leadership, which she described as awesome. The Servicom boss commended the executive chairman of the EFCC, Abdurrashid Bawa, on his bold initiatives aimed at improving the environment of law enforcement in the fight against economic and financial crimes.
The openness they bring to communication, they make it public. The high energy and vitality and the freshness and liveliness in the course of their investigation and running through their job. The creativity, thinking out of the box, and I'll give an example of thinking out of the box that they bring to bear, even in driving customer service here. Even with the inmates, they think out of the box, and I proudly use what they do as an example to other MDAs.
Responding, the EFCC's boss, who spoke through the Commission Secretary George Ikungu, said the event provided an opportunity to look back and reflect on the state of customer service delivery to all stakeholders of the Commission. He described the theme of the event, Celebrate Service, as a call to action by placing emphasis on dutiful service to humanity. He stated that the event therefore allows the Commission to recognize and appreciate the gallant officers of the EFCC for their dedication to the fight against economic and financial crimes. Bawa also identified areas where the EFCC has been offering excellent service delivery to its stakeholders, to include the launch of EFCC's Strategic Plan 2021 to 2025, the EFCC Connect, a weekly public engagement program running on the Commission's social media platforms, launch of the Eagle Eye application, and the EFCC Radio, which will soon commence.
The theme of this year's service, Customer Service Week, Celebrate Service, is certainly a call to action because it places emphasis on the need to celebrate dutiful service to humanity and mankind in general. This event therefore allows me to recognize and appreciate the gallant officers of the EFCC for their dedication to the fight against economic and financial crimes. I celebrate all officers in their different departments, units, and zonal commands who have shown commitment in the fight against this scourge.
The Customer Service Week was attended by dignitaries, including the Director General, Bureau of Public Service Reforms, Dr. Arabi Ibrahim Dasuki, and representatives of the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, the Nigeria Police Force, the Nigeria Customs Service, and the Nigeria Immigration Service, among others. Ojo Chukutami Eche, reporting for The Eagle.
Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC, Abdulrashid Bawa, has commended the Legal Practitioners Privileges Committee LPPC for elevating two staff and prosecutors in the EFCC, Sylvanus Tahir and Rotimi Oyedepo, to the covered rank of Senior Advocate of Nigeria, SAN. He gave the commendation while commenting on the decision of the LPPC that approved the elevation of 62 lawyers, including 2 EFCC prosecutors, to the rank of SAN. Here are details of this.
Bawa said that the LPPC acted rightly for recognizing the sterling qualities of the 2 prosecutors, stressing that their elevation was well-deserved. He particularly expressed delight with the Standard of Law Library in the EFCC, which he described as well-equipped, competitive, and second to none. The EFCC chairman said the commission is committed to the development of legal practice in Nigeria through the painstaking equipping of the commission's law library and adequate training of lawyers. Tahir and Oyedepo were on Thursday, September 29, 2022, approved to be elevated to the rank of SAN. Chief Registrar of the Supreme Court, Hajo Bello, in a statement on Thursday said their elevation was based on the decision reached at the LPPC's 154th plenary session. According to him, the rank of a Senior Advocate of Nigeria, SAN, is awarded as a mark of excellence to members of the legal profession who have distinguished themselves as advocates and academics. The 2 EFCC prosecutors, along 60 others, will be sworn in on Monday, November 21, 2022. Tahir heads the Legal and Prosecution Unit at the EFCC's corporate headquarters and is renowned for securing convictions of politically exposed persons for the EFCC. He is resourceful, unassuming, and versed in the pyrotechnics of law. He is a well-regarded prosecutor, difficult to beat in any trial. While Oyedepo also heads the chairman's monitoring unit in the Lagos command of the EFCC, he is a crack prosecutor with shining credentials. His brilliant appearance at the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court upheld the constitutionality of Section 17 of the Advanced Fee Fraud and Other Fraud-Related Offences Act, which now empowers the Commission to confiscate property suspected to be proceeds of unlawful activities. Also, on the list of the 62 new sons is a private prosecutor with the EFCC, Wahab Shitu. Amina Kawa, reporting for The Eagle.
A call has been made to Nigerian youths across the country to shun internet fraud and join the EFCC in combating economic and financial crimes. This call was made by the executive chairman of the EFCC, Abdurrashid Bawa, while delivering a speech on inherent risk on cyber internet fraud at the Mountain of Fire and Miracle Ministries, Dakwa Mega Region, Abuja. Bawa, who spoke through Assistant Commander of the EFCC, Joseph Yetwi, stated that cyber fraud was rampant among youth within the ages of 14 to 40. Ojochokutemi Eche is our guide on this report.
Bawa, who stressed that corrupt practices have no secret place, including schools, offices, courts, churches or mosques, gave some references of corrupt figures in the Bible, pointing out that they never ended well. He therefore urged parents to always conduct due diligence on their children by following the book of Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6, which says, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." He also quoted Exodus chapter 20 verse 15, which also says, "You shall not steal." Bawa stressed that it is important to note that all forms of financial crimes are directly and indirectly theft or stealing, and that there are many passages of the Bible that emphasize God's disapproval of financial crimes and corruption.
A financial crime refers to all crimes that is committed either by an individual, a group, that involve taking money or property that belongs to what? Someone else. Do you understand that? So, a financial crime can either be committed by someone that is in government, someone that is in the private sector, someone that, in fact, doesn't even own a business. An individual can commit what? A financial crime.
The executive chairman said it is clear that there is no place for a fraudster or corrupt person in the kingdom of God, and if anyone engages in these vices, they will suffer punishment from God and man. He further called for collective responsibility of every stakeholder in tackling economic and financial crimes, including all law enforcement agencies, judiciary, religious bodies, non-governmental organizations, NGOs, and the general public. Ojochokutemi Eche for The Eagle.
Next is Conviction Update with Abbas Abubakar Umar. Over to you, Abbas.
President Muhammadu Buhari once stated, and I quote, "If we don't fight corruption, corruption will kill us." And this is the reason why the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, will not rest on its oars in securing Nigeria from the fangs of this monster called corruption. It is worthy to state that the EFCC has once again recorded success in its conviction within September 26 to 30, 2022, securing a total of 66 convictions. The Benin command of the commission got the highest conviction for the week under review with 21 convictions, while the Kaduna command got 11. The Lagos command secured 8, while Uyo, Ilorin and Port Harcourt command secured 5 convictions each. The Kano command got 4 and Makurdi command got 3. The Sokoto command got 2, while the Gombe and Maiduguri commands got 1 conviction each to their credit, making a total of 66 convictions within September 26 to September 30, 2022. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, assures the public of its commitment to its mandate and vision of a Nigeria free of economic and financial crimes through the instrumentality of its Establishment Act and other extant laws. Let us join hands for a Nigeria of our dreams. Back to you, Aisha.
The Department of Policy Planning, Research and Statistics of the EFCC was created in March 2012, following a government circular instructing MDAs to create a Department of Policy Planning. Policy Planning, Research and Statistics (DPPRS) is the think tank driving the engine of the Commission through the state-of-art management competences. The department is responsible for driving the Commission's strategic and operational plan, as well as monitoring and evaluating the implementation process to ensure that desired outcomes are achieved. Today on our interview segment, we will be talking with the Acting Director DPPRS. He is here to shed light on the functions of his department in the EFCC. Golden Onwura is standing by to take us through. Over to you, Golden.
Hello and welcome to the interview segment. I am Golden Onwura. Planning and policy formulation has always been the bedrock of any organization that wants a clear-cut approach to the actualization of its mandate. This is the position of the EFCC when it created the Department of Planning, Policy, Research and Statistics, also known as the DPPRS. Today we'll be looking at the functions of the DPPRS in the EFCC. I have with me the Director, Department of Planning, Policy, Research and Statistics, a Deputy Commander of the EFCC, DCE Femi Peter Barufu. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
What necessitated the creation of DPPRS in MDAs?
The government, saw the need to create Department of Policy, Planning, Research and Statistics because of the strategic nature of the activities of this department for the continuous survival of any organization.
Now let's come to the EFCC. The EFCC has about 15 departments, and one of such departments is the DPPRS. How does its work affect the EFCC?
The DPPRS is the think tank of the Commission. It is a department that drives the strategic objective, the operational policies and plan of the Commission, as well as monitoring and evaluating its processes to ensure the desired outcome are achieved or realized at the end. Now, the department is a large department. For seamless workflow of activities, the department has been divided into 5 units, namely the administrative unit, the statistics unit, the planning, policy and strategy unit, and we have the library and then the research unit. These units are headed by senior officers who are qualified and experienced in their various fields.
You made mention of the strategic plan.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Now, the strategic plan, it's a 4-year plan of what the Commission intends achieving within the year 2021 to 2025. In that strategic plan document, there are 5 objectives that the Commission intends to achieve. All is aimed at ensuring enforcement, coordination, and stakeholders' engagement in the fight against economic and financial crime.
You made mention of the library as a unit in the DPPRS. How does the work of the library relate to the overall work of the DPPRS?
Now, there are numerous links of the activities of this department to the library. Even though the library is under the coordination and supervision of this department, but the work of the department are intertwined, because in the library we have research journals that are domiciled there. We have publications, we have magazines from relevant stakeholders that are also domiciled in the library. In the library we have reference materials, that has to do with fighting economic and financial crime, and we also have annual report, both past and present, that are domiciled there. These are used by both internal and external researchers who intend carrying out studies about the Commission, with a view to finding how to improve our workings in the system.
If I were to be a researcher who wants to, write something concerning the EFCC, how do I go about getting this information? How do I apply to get this data from the DPPRS?
for any correspondence coming in respect of that request, it has to be addressed to the chairman. The chairman will look through and give the necessary approval. It now passes to the secretary, to the director, planning, policy, research and statistics. Once we secure that approval, we go ahead to contact the applicant and we'll create assets for him to have this information for the purpose of carrying out the research he had requested for. In statistics department, we do more of data collation, since the department itself is the central repository, of statistics in the commission.
The statistics unit.
Yes, statistics unit. Yeah, in general, since the statistics unit is domiciled in the department, so we are more or less the central repository of statistics in the commission, and requests come on a regular basis from various stakeholders that include the government itself, the commission, donor agencies, and the likes.
What kind of statistics are we looking at? What kind of statistics are we
The statistics are operational activities of the commission. Statistics that can help to take informed decisions, that can aid planning, that can aid review of policies, whether they are doing well or even laws, that affects, the operational activities of the commission.
So just before we go, what else can you add, or what else you have to say to aid our viewers or listeners in understanding the activities of the DPPRS?
The Department of Planning, Research and Statistics, want to reiterate that we are committed to ensuring that the 5 strategic objectives outlined in that strategic plan document, we will do our best to ensure that those objectives are achieved within the period under consideration.
Thank you, DCE Femi Peter Barufu, for coming on the program. Indeed, what gets measured gets done. So this is a place of the DPPRS in the activities of the EFCC. They ensure that policies which are dished out to other departments are evaluated and measured to ensure that it has the desired effect on its activities. That's it from the interview segment. I am Golden Onra. Back to Aisha for the rest of the program.
A lot of times in different fora, the most asked question to officers of the EFCC is, where do you keep forfeited assets, or what happens to assets seized from suspect, either on interim basis or on final forfeiture? You want to know answers to these questions? Be part of the conversation this week on EFCC Connect on the EFCC Twitter handle @OfficialEFCC to discuss the topic, what happens to forfeited properties? Be connected for this and more. And with that, we have come to the end of this week's episode of The Eagle. Don't forget that you can send an email to info@efcc.gov.ng and speak to our officers on 0809 3322 and follow us on all our social media platforms @OfficialEFCC for all matters relating to economic and financial crimes. Use the EFCC mobile app, the Eagle Eye, to report any fraud you see happening around you. You download the app, you follow the steps and report fraud on the go. And you can take pictures of corrupt practices and upload them. I am Aisha Muhammad, leaving you with this parting words that says, one of your most prized possessions is integrity. You should never compromise it. Stand for integrity, do the right thing always. God bless Nigeria. Please do stay safe, be kind to yourself and to others, and do enjoy the rest of the week.